Hello lovely beautiful people, did you miss me? I've missed you. Today's video is about mistakes. I know you've made them before. Now buckle up, because maybe, just maybe, you'll make more. And you know you will. And let me tell you something that we don't hear enough. Your mistakes is what makes you strong. It's what makes you powerful. This is your roadmap to success. Mistakes are important, mistakes are inevitable, but also mistakes are invaluable. Inevitable and invaluable. Do you feel the difference? Yeah, that's what mistakes are. Don't make a mistake by skipping this, because what you're about to find out with the neuroscience-backed and emotional regulation advice information that I'm gonna transmit in this video, you're gonna exit equipped with the confidence to fail forward, to make such huge, such cringe, such embarrassing, such big mistakes so easily. Because we all just make them. We all just make them. We're human. So let's dive into it. Are you excited? I'm excited. Are you excited? You have no idea how hard it was for me to start filming. And I even spilled water on myself, which is a mistake, right? I'll show you. Maybe it already dried. Oops. See, it's human, it's imperfect. You have to allow it. Let this moment of a very fumbly introduction be your reminder that it's okay to be imperfect. And for that, there is another video that I've made that on this channel. There's more content comes when you hit that subscribe button and like. So let's jump into it. If you want to succeed, you have to make mistakes. Many. You have your own individual, unique amount of mistakes on your path to success. You have a goal, you have a task that you want to achieve. You need to fail your unique amount of times. Classic example, think about how a baby learns to walk, right? They fail so many times. They fall, like you've fallen so many times while you were trying to learn to walk. I've fallen so many times, but yet there you are. And here I am. This is you. There's nowhere else on earth. Here there would be like a glitch noise to cut that bit out, but I don't know how to edit that yet. So in my future videos, you'll see that, which will signify a video about growth. As adults, we start blaming ourselves for our mistakes so harshly. It's wired into us in school, it's programmed into our minds that there is a correct and a wrong answer. In life, it's not always like this. In life, there's a lot of gray area that just has a middle way of doing things, that for one person it might work and for the other it might not. And there's also so many ways how it can be okay instead of bad. In the modern society, mistakes are often viewed as weakness, as a sign of being less than, as a sign of failing, which couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that your mistakes is the evidence that you're growing, that you're moving, that you're learning, moving forward. If you're standing stuck, that's when you don't make mistakes. If you're progressing, you're gonna fail way more than you imagine, and way more than you've even tried. It's a geometrical progression. Even for the brain, from the neuroscience perspective, right? Let's cut down to the neuroscience bit of it. Your mistakes are golden. A study conducted in ETH University Zurich, I have a friend studying there, I love her so much, shout out Silly. A study by neuroscientists in ETH found that our brain actually rewards us making mistakes through the similar pathway that our wins and achievements are rewarded, which is the dopaminergic, dopamine producing pathway in the brain. This means that biochemically, your brain treats mistakes just as valuable wins, because that's what they are. Mistakes are valuable. So dopamine system, in the past it has been thought that it's all about achievement and goal-driven behavior, which it is about. But it's also, as it turns out, is about adapting to the environment, prediction, being able to predict what's going to happen, and being flexible to the different outcomes, and making mistakes and reframing what failures are. Mistakes are important. Your brain is literally wired to make your mistakes a win, to level you up. So how can you help your brain to do just that? How do I view mistakes in a more healthy way, in a more approachable way? Because as we said, let's be honest, you will make mistakes as you go on through life. It is natural, it is inevitable and invaluable. So how can you view mistakes differently? How can you approach them differently? How can you fail forward and move past them and embrace them? And I'm gonna give you 4 neuroscience-backed tips. Tip number 1, adapt a growth mindset. What does it mean? Growth mindset is actually a concept researched by neuroscientists and psychological research enthusiasts quite actively. And it shows extremely effective in moving forward in life with less setbacks and problems, and approaching life's hurdles and daily tasks with much more positivity. Adapting a growth mindset means that first and foremost, what you're doing is you're changing your perception on mistakes. You're saying to yourself every single time you make a mistake, you're telling yourself, it's okay, I'm human. Mistakes are the steps on my path, on my staircase towards my success. With every single mistake, with every single step, I get closer to my success. And there is psychological research to back it up. All the links in the description below, you already know it. She's a biomedical science graduate. Check your sources. In that study, participants who had a growth mindset, who viewed mistakes as the steps to their success, as something positive, had a much better approach and outcome to failing. They overcame their hurdles and mistakes faster. They were, on the average, moving to their goals way faster. And when it comes to learning, they were able to overcome errors way faster and learn more effectively. On the other hand, people who blamed themselves for making a mistake, who really got stuck on a mistake itself instead of just analyzing it and moving forward, they learned way longer. They got stuck. They struggled to recover the momentum and move forward. So view mistakes as golden because they are. Tip number 2, make it fun. It's a game. Just like I'm making this video fun because I like to enjoy it. I genuinely love this information and I love expressing myself, and I wish to live in the world where more people express themselves. So I'm being the change I want to see in the world. Even though my relatives say that I have way too many excessive hand movements, yeah, maybe that's my thing. Everyone has their thing. Maybe that's my thing. So make it fun. Make that process, that goal, fun. It's going to be way easier to make and approach mistakes that way because they're just going to be a fun experiments on the way to your finish line. For example, I wrote down a really good paragraph before it. Life is your game and you're the main character. This task is level 39,094 and you've been waiting to beat that tax filing monster all your life. Let's face it, the fact that you need to file taxes means you're a free, independent, money-earning adult with the power to beat that laundry and driving test monsters as well. And they would drop the loot the treasures, as in like the tokens to collect, as in a lot of computer games. They will drop the loot with equipment and treasures necessary for you to embark on a journey with the love of your life worldwide. You got the idea. Make it fun. Mistakes are gonna be way easier to make that way. And Ali Abdaal, who is a doctor and a writer and just a throughout wholesome, beautiful human being, I really recommend for you to explore his channel. Ali Abdaal, in his book Feel Good Productivity, extremely recommend, says so much about the concept of overcoming mistakes by making the process fun, making the process less boring, and overcoming procrastination that way as well, and perfectionism. So definitely check his book out. It really helped me at some point. Tip number 3. This is just a genuine human advice to you now. Do not compare yourself to others. Best example to demonstrate it would be Thomas Edison. If you don't know already, it took him 10,000 tries to invent a light bulb, and he had over 1,000 patents until he found the right one, the right light bulb. If Thomas Edison compared his progress to other scientists, they may have been, as it seemed to him, more forward on their path to scientific discoveries. We literally wouldn't have light in our homes, okay? So don't do that. Comparing yourself to others is not effective. It's not efficient. It's anti-productivity. It's anti-self-love. That's what we do not need. And let's face it, we are genuinely all different. You have your own unique journey with your own unique mistakes. Yes, it's due to your environment, it's due to who you are, your character, where you live, people around you, the resources that you have. Those input criteria are all different for us, but it's also just your unique soul journey, if you will. This is the payment that you need to make in order to achieve those things, are the mistakes that you make. And they're golden. They're golden, just as you are. So tip number 4. Tip number 4 is self-compassion. Self-compassion is crucial if you want to learn how to approach mistakes more easy and move as a light feather in life. And there are always going to be hard moments when it just hits you and covers you and you're crying, and that's okay. I was walking outside today trying to film a very basic, simple reel, and I nearly collapsed from blaming myself that I'm not able. For the last 20 minutes, I'm not able to film one simple thing. It happens to every single person, to every single one of us, and it will keep happening. But what you need to work on is that line of how fast you stand up after you fail. So when you make and hit a mistake, you drop down. And instead of spiraling into the self-blame pit of destruction and depression, and thinking that you're the worst person in the world, you're never gonna make it, all the people in the world are better, and so on, which is not true, right? Instead of spiraling down there, once you notice yourself start spiraling, you immediately hit yourself with that hug. You know what I'm saying? You hit yourself with self-love, and it's so hard to love yourself. So I'm gonna make a whole other video about it. It's gonna come out soon. Stay tuned. It's so hard sometimes to love yourself, but speak to yourself as a friend. Literally ask, would you tell that thought that you have right now in your brain? Would you speak like that to your friend, to your partner, to your sister? Speak to yourself as if you are your best friend, because you are, and you're human. And neuroscience tells you, love yourself. Because people who have developed self-compassion show greater emotional resilience to setbacks and recover faster after making mistakes. They tend to move through life easier. They tend to have better relationships, have way less of a chance of developing mental health disorders. and health disorders and issues, because sometimes, you know, you might think too many of the bad things and then your tummy feels weird. Psychosomatics, it's all connected. Self-compassion. I'm human. I make mistakes. I fail. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, and if it is, it's fine. There are parallel universes, right? It's okay. You're human. Tell yourself, it's all right. I'm gonna fix this. How can we fix this? And then once you're past that initial feeling stage, you're feeling rage, you're feeling sadness, sorrow, emotion, self-blame. Once you're past that initial stage with the self-soothing practice, you breathe more in and out and breathe and calmed your nervous system. Hugged yourself mentally if you're in a public place and you don't feel comfortable enough hugging yourself physically, even though it's a proven method that really reduces stress. Once you're over that initial emotional reaction, you immediately direct all of the energy that has been released from that emotional reaction on making the mistake. You direct that energy into the solution. You analyze immediately, okay, what went wrong? How can I fix this? How can I not make this mistake the next time? That's the value. That's where the value is. That's where you're going to move forward. I believe in you. You're wonderful. You're capable. And guess what? That one person that you keep looking up to, that successful person that you think is ideal, they have a perfect life, perfect relationship, they never make mistakes, they're so successful, they wake up and they just, every step that they take produces success, and you think you can never be that because you are imperfect and you make mistakes and you're human, right? That this is all a ton of bullshit. But also, guess what? That one person that we were just talking about, they have failed and made more mistakes than you have made attempts. Oof. Let me repeat that. That one successful person that you're looking up to, they failed more times than you have attempted. That's why they're there. And if that's not the case, that means their success may have been momentary and they're gonna fail tomorrow, and you don't need that. You need real success. Real success is achieved by making mistakes. So go on and make a mistake today. And write in the comments what it was. I'm very excited to read all of your mistakes, friends. Tell us your biggest mistake and how did it turn out? You're alive, you're watching this, so it's fine, I guess, right? It's fine. It truly is. Even if it's not, it is. Because we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep living. And humans make a whole lot of mistakes. But I think if we blame ourselves and blame each other much less for them and just all collectively focus on solutions and compassion, it's the only way forward. You may call me a dreamer, but that's the most practical answer that I found so far. If you find a better one, tell me. And meanwhile, stick around for some neuroscience-backed emotional regulation advice in the Sana universe within, where you connect to your universe within. You're kind to it, even when you make mistakes. Have a wonderful-licious day and week. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you've enjoyed this content and want to stick around for more, because we have so much coming.